I've been using this brand from Amazon where I got this originally for over a year, and this is the thermostat, and it's been very, very reliable and easy to adjust and use, and it's very popular. I see it on a lot of other videos. People, more pro caliber reptile breeders and such. And so this has been a good unit. And Mac and Sassy live on these pads. The pad is the heating pad is the same as the bin link. So they're quality and they have a lot of reviews. But like I said, Mac lives on his heating pad, reptile specific heating pad, and I put these in their hides. And so when the weather is cool at night here in Texas, it's in the 59 degrees at night, and it warms up to 80 during the day. Mac and Sassy just go to and love and live on their reptile heating pads in their hides. And so I just wanted to point this out, and I think it's important for people, when they go to bed at night, and sometimes during the day, they go in here again and really just enjoy sitting on that. And if the reptiles, give them the freedom to do what they want to do, and this is their choice every time, is to go in and sit on their reptile pad. Happy Tegus, or healthier Tegus, and hopefully make our lives less miserable to a degree. But I set that the thermostat, Mac and Sassy tend to like it about 98 degrees. That's close to human body temp. Hotter than that, then I kind of see that they will put half their body on it, and or just kind of sit really close to it, so that's too hot. So 98 degrees is about where I have found that the Tegus like the temperature. And you can even put those on a timer, a wall timer, and conserve energy, and turn that off during the day and just have it come on in the evening time at night. I mean, I'm really being alerted to energy costs because my plan changed, and the wattage price, per kilowatt hour went up in price, and I'm estimating that I'm paying $25 to $30 more running this reptile stuff. Just like this heater right here, this Zoom Ed habitat heater. I've got that on a timer, and so I'm starting to smarten up and put everything on a timer and limit the usage so that I can, maybe cut that electric bill down in half. Everything, costs money and counts when it comes to, I'm just not an unlimited income person, or person that makes, high level income. So I got to just, try to do the best I can. Another example is here with my larger pen enclosure that I have in another part of the house. I'm working on building a top, and so these are two big 50-watt fluorescent lights and a 250-watt bulb that burns a lot of power, and then a 100-watt mercury vapor bulb and when the black dome there. So this stuff being on all day long burns a lot of power. So I put these things on timers. Timers are a good thing, and you can kind of cut down by a few hours per day and not have them run late into the evening, or vice versa, and try to save some power. But there's my different timers on a probably in the 1988 all metal power strip that I got in college, and then that thing is solid bulletproof, and I still have it. What is that? 35 years later. Interesting. But then I've got some more to show you. And all this is always in a a build in progress. But it's going to get a little bit darker in here, and video quality is going to drop down. But I have another little power strip and a timer system built into the snake enclosures there that run their lights and their that run their ceramic heaters. And because I don't want those running, I think I've ran those 24 hours a day, and my electric bill reflects that. That's a 100-watt incandescent bulb burning 24 hours a day. Just adds up. And there's the other ceramic heater that I have built into that timer, and I just have them come on for 2-hour segments throughout the day, and hopefully just conserves power. And we're headed into times where just everything it's gotten so expensive, unfortunate, terrible, and we got to do what we got to do. There's Sasser. She came out of her sleeping hide on her heat pad, and she's hanging out now. Come in and I talk, and it alerts them that it's time to get up. She's going to sit under the mercury vapor bulb and the 250-watt heat lamp and enjoys that. I want to talk to you more about the little heat pads, the Reptile heat pads. I just discovered that on Amazon, just a lot of stuff's on Amazon, and it's probably some of the most more lower priced items, but not low quality. And it's the BN Link name, and I just found these because you got to buy, when you buy the heat mats, you need to buy the thermostat. Make sure my head is in the video on this video. Make sure that you can regulate the temps of your heat pad, because these can get up to 110 degrees, and that's just a little hot for your Reptile to sit on it. 105, 110 is not necessarily going to burn your Reptile, but I see my Reptile, my Tegus, sit on their heating pad for hours when it's 110 degrees. But I think it's better to keep it at 98, where I had showed you earlier. So here's this thing. So instead of buying, this is really cool, because this specific brand and this specific model, BN Link offers one that has a thermostat built into it and one that comes with a thermostat, and they're like very, very reasonably priced. This was like $17 if I'm remembering, and then for like $28 you can get a decent sized heat pad, Reptile heat pad, with the controller that I had in the other room. And that is a bargain, because ZoomEd alone and other people like Zilla sell just their the thermostat for like $50, and then their Reptile heat pads are upwards of $40 to $45. So I mean, you're almost got $100 invested in that. If you got to buy 2 or 3 of those, that gets really expensive. So that's the box. Comes nice, affordable size package. Sassy's in there and she's wanting out already. So here's the Reptile pad, and here's this more affordable version that has the built-in thermostat like a human heat pad. I mean, I've had many human heat pads over the years, and I have one now that before I got this one that I was using to keep Sassy warm at night. And it just doesn't work as well as a dedicated Reptile one. But this has a little dial here that you can turn up and down, and I have a temperature gun so I can monitor where that is set, because I don't think it has a degree. It just tells you the intensity, but I can actually monitor the temp of that, which is important. But that was like $17. That's a bargain. And and it's a decent size. It was maybe 11 by 8 if I remember correctly, but they have a smaller one that's lesser expensive, and they have even a bigger one. This is the middle of the ground one, and this is going to be perfect that I can stick in there. And Sassy in her hide, this goes in the hide, and Sassy would love sitting on this. Sassy Cam 2.0. All right, just to note, so, just to educate people that are not super knowledgeable on this, you don't really want to use these when it gets warm outside and warm during the day, unless you keep your house at, 65 degrees around the clock and your reptile room stays cool, then this is beneficial to keep in the cage and keep on. But if you have a dedicated reptile space that gets 85 in the summer, and stays that temperature, even day and night, then you can turn these off. You don't necessarily need, because when it gets hot inside the room or the enclosure, the temperatures of these increase, and so these are just supplementary devices to keep your reptile warm when the temperature drops. So in my scenario, when it gets warm during the day, in the 90s plus, and it stays in the 80s at night, I can likely turn off these heat pads or turn them way down, and then I can turn the ceramic heat emitters, or the ceramic heat emitters, I can turn those off, and turn a lot of the heat sources off, other than the basking light for my reptiles. My snakes don't really bask. They hide mostly during the day. But I just wanted to point that out, that you don't want to overheat your reptiles. So when it starts getting warm at night and excessively warm during the day, you can turn these off, okay? All right, surprise, surprise. Mac has decided to get up early. He's graced us with his face and happiness. He's doing good, even though he got a little grumpy the other day. He is sitting on his Zoo-Med habitat heater. It gets about 101 to 105 degrees, and he just likes to come up here and sit on it. So another cool heat mat like piece that you can purchase, like $65. Great, lasts for years and years, hopefully. But I'm closing out the video. I want to just touch base, because not everyone is on the same level as far as reptiles and the reptile care products. So back to the thermostat. Just a quick explanation of what a thermostat is and what it does. The thermostat is you can set the ultimate output temperature. You hold this down right here at the top. On this particular one, it blinks and it tells you what the max temperature of the heating element that you have. And so if that pad was plugged in straight to the wall socket and it straight power, and it maxed out at 120, that would be too hot. So you can attach a thermostat. This is what this thermostat unit is, and it sends the power to the heating device depending on where you set the level. So this is basically just controlling the power output, and when it reaches the desired temperature, it shuts the power down, and so it just kicks on, kicks off, kicks on, kicks off, and keeps your heating element at the set temperature. And there's a little thermostat, that comes out of the thermostat device, and it goes up the cord to the heat mat. I have taped that thermometer, the best thing, the thing that detects the temperature, just tape that to the back of that so it's directly mounted to the heat source, and then it limits that the ultimate hottest temp that heat mat gets. Hopefully that clarifies. I can make things overly complicated for sure, but I just wanted to point that out because not everyone, again, is on the same level as far as reptile care, and this could be helpful for many people, many new people looking or possibly getting into reptile and snakes. Thanks for viewing, and consider subscribing so you get notice of future videos, and also it'll get shared more and with more people. Okay, thank you for visiting. Have a great day. Bye-bye.